Evening people, welcome back to the channel. We're back for round 4 of the P1RCs Renault Megane Trophy League. We've got a 10-minute qualifier coming up, 2 20-minute races. We are live from Laguna Seca, a bit of a tricky circuit. We're going to get a bit of an onboard going now. You get to see some of the tricky corners. It is an absolute dust bowl here, so if they get it wrong, it's a trip into the gravel. So start line down towards turn 1, the Andretti hairpin on the brakes. Through there cleanly, let's hope. Get some scores after this is done. Down towards turn 2 then. Again, tricky one, fast corner, easy to run it out wide on the left hand side there. Fast right hander. Through there, a bit of a kink to the right. Up the hill, left hander coming up. Again, easy to run it out wide on the exit of this one. See how much sand is available to catch you out. Up the hill, it's one of the fastest corners on the circuit. Try and carry as much speed through there as possible. And we head up the hill, over the brown, down towards the infamous corkscrew. Another opportunity to get it very, very wrong. So if you get it right, it's an opportunity to pick up a bit of time over people behind you. Turns 7 and 8, down towards turn 9. Turn 10, sorry. This last little straight and then into turn 11. Final turn on this circuit. It's a tight left-hand elbow. That's the start finish straight across the line. So it's a reasonably short course, but again, with all that sand and the opportunities just to catch you out, drag you left and right. And there we go. So points wise, Mocking Weeks leading the way then with 66 points on board. Obi-Wan with 59. We've got Manny with 55. 52 on board. I've missed it. Dylan in 5th with 49. 41 points on board for Tyre Slayer. Pilgrim in 7th with 38 points. Camposi in 8th with 37 points. 31 points on board for Apache. 27 points on board for Ricky J in 10th. 25th for Footer in 11th. And 22 points for Captain Pugwash in 12th. In 13th, we've got the Coffin Dodger with 21 points. Skippy with 10 points in 14th. We have got a couple of drivers that are missing. 15 and 16th are Don with 10 points and Bo with 5 points. So not able to turn up. So more reserve drivers than anything else. So that is points up until now. This is round 4. T-shirts and stickers still available, people. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com. If you want any of those, let me know. Right, let's get into this stream. Let's turn the sound on before I forget, because that's the usual for me. Let's kick it off then. Qualifying underway then. Let's just see who we've got in the room. Tyre Slayer Bo. We've got Obi-Wan, Mocking Weeks, Pilgrim, Marshall, Campo, Manny, Captain Pugwash, Coffin Dodger, Apache, Ice Chand, Ricky J and Fudder. Almost a full lobby then. Just one spot remaining. Obviously I'm taking up the 15th spot and there is 16 places in the lobbies. So let's have a look. Where are we on the track? Just started hot laps then. Whoa, there you go. There you go. Simple as that. Trying to get the power back down. It's just turning him completely the wrong way. Throws himself back in the pits. Then leading us out on these hot laps now, up the hill towards the towards the corkscrew now. Again, tricky corners. Got to get a bit of heat in these tyres. Again, just such an awkward set of corners that. It's a little bit off camber on the run in. Just wants to unsettle the car on the whole way through that particular section. Livery's looking good again tonight. See what they're stopping. No, Bo's got that final corner wrong. And he's stuck it in the wall. It's going to be Obi that puts the first of the times in. It's a 1:28.1 for him, but he instantly gets pushed down to third position. Mocking Wheat's coming through a little bit quicker, 1:27.6. And Pilgrim taking top spot for the time being, 1:27.5. Mocking in second for the time being then. Obi in third, Manny fourth. Excuse me. Marshall in fifth. Ice Chand in sixth. Apache in seventh. Captain Pugwash in eighth. Campo in ninth. Ricky J in 10th. The Woolly Sheep. We've got Coffin Dodger in 11th. Every little helps, bringing you a little bit of Tesco's shopping. Bo in 13th after getting it all wrong at the final corner. And Tyre Slayer in 14th at the minute. So a 10-minute qualifier, 6 minutes remaining of that. Is currently this man on pole position. Weeks picking himself up a half a second penalty, so he just drops out the way of Pilgrim's fast lap. He knows he's got to lose that. He comes in the pits anyway. Pilgrim round that corner. Can Obi-Wan go any quicker? Just in front. Not this time he can't. 1:27.9, a little bit slower actually that time. Sorry, it was Pilgrim's still on pole then. Sorry, I was looking at Obi-Wan. He did manage to go a little bit quicker, but has to stay in third position for the time being. Mocking Weeks still trying to find his way into the pit box. Marshall then in fourth. Why does it say final lap on screen? Why does it say final lap? Is it you having a 5-minute qualifier tonight, boys? It said 10 minutes on screen. Oh, Manny's got that corner wrong as well. That's the same corner we caught. So, there's drivers handbraking it all over. I don't know what's going on. Why have we only had 5 minutes of qualifying? Not too sure. I'm seeing final laps on some people's screens. There we go. Tells me they've accidentally set it to 5 minutes and not 10 minutes for the qualifying session. Coffin Dodger's already crossed the line and finished. These boys are just coming up now then. There's the flag. Mocking Weeks out on track, but penalty. Everyone stays in third then. Still out on track actually, final lap still being displayed. Wow, but that's that qualifying lap over. He's going to stay in third then. Marshall's already done. Apache is done. Manny still pushing. Oh, not anymore. Tyre Slayer, he's finished. Ice Chan finished. Campo, Pugwash, Bo, Ricky J, Fudder, Dodger, yeah, everyone finished, so yeah, 5-minute qualifier then. So it was meant to be a 10-minute qualifier. 2 20-minute races then, and they have to use both compounds of tyre, the softs and the mediums. There are results from a short qualifying then. Pilgrim on that top spot, Mocking Weeks second, Obi-Wan third, Marshall fourth, Apache in fifth, Manny in sixth, Tyre Slayer seventh, Ice Chand in eighth, Got Campo 9th, Captain Bugwash in 10th, Bo in 11th, Ricky J 12th, Fudder in 13th, and the Coffin Dodger in 14th. There you go. Mocking Weeks just coming in the PlayStation chat. Do! He knows. He knows. He's muffed it up. Okay, what's going on now? Race has been cancelled, so the Wrecking Balls left the room. What's going on? Pilgrims changed the room settings. Hopefully we get Wrecking Ball back in the room. Driver down, and we've not even started the race yet. Oh, okay, it's Paddy's lobby, isn't it? It's not it's Pilgrim's lobby, not Mockins. It's Pilgrim that keeps getting it wrong. Dope. Ricky J or Wrecking Ball is back in the room. Random. So I don't know why the lobby settings have been changed, possibly to give somebody a great big chunk of a penalty, maybe, I don't know. Didn't see anything in the group chats or anything about people being penalised from last week. How are we all doing tonight anyway, people? Hopefully all right. Try and figure out what they're doing with this lobby then. So yeah, just Obi-Wan just coming in the chat again then saying same tyre for quali, as quali. So whatever they qualified on. Oh no, they've been given free choice. I was going to say whatever they qualified on, they usually had to run in first race. So if they qualified on the mediums, they have to start on the mediums. Qualified on the softs, they start on the softs. But why would you qualify on mediums? You know, you're never going to be as quick as the guys on the softs. But that's the tactics you've got to play. But no Mocking Weeks, just saying it's a free choice this week. There's the drop on the corkscrew. That's a big old drop down there, that is. Catch a little bit of Manny going through there. I was going to say, Manny's just come up saying it's supposed to be the same as quali. I thought it was. Maybe Mocking Weeks has got his information wrong. Who's that driving around the track backwards? Was it Campo? Was it Campo? No, but forget that, because race 1 just about to get underway then. So 20 minutes here at Laguna. It's a tricky one. Hopefully get through the first few corners well. Lights go on then. We'll wait for these to drop. We'll get race 1 underway. It's a good start by. Oh, a little bit of contact. Drivers vying for position off the line. Oh, there's drivers in the sand already. Okay, up to the front then. Pilgrim. Oh, does he hold on to that lead? He doesn't. Mocking Weeks sneaks through up the inside, then takes that first position off him. Pilgrim's having to get defensive. He's got drivers swerving all around him. Marshall goes around the outside. Manny's trying to get up the inside. Just dust and dust and dust there. Through the first couple of corners, reasonably cleanly. Oh! Tyre Slayer gets it sideways through there. Everyone already having to take avoiding action to get around him. Oof, a little bit of contact from Coffin Dodger into the back of Fudder there, coming into that turn. Mocking Weeks pulled a great big lead already, 1.2 seconds up the road. He's on that medium tyre as well for race 1. There's not many opportunities to overtake here. The start finish straight, coming up the straight towards the corkscrew you can have a go at, but you've got to be brave. Oh, Marshall digging a wheel in. He is pulling a little bit of time back on Mocking though. That gap from 1.2 down to 0.9. Again, soft tyres on board for Marshall, so should be quicker. Medium tyres on for Manny in 3rd. Pilgrim in 4th on the softs. Looking for a way past. Is he going to squeeze up the inside? No. Manny blocks him off, goes defensive into turn 1. Pilgrim not able to run past him, nowhere to go then. Manny just taking up all of this circuit. He's got to try and use the grip of these tyres to get his way past. Has a little look up the inside down here into turn 3. And gets his way through. Manny then drops into 4th, again on that slightly harder tyre on the mediums. Pilgrim just able to get through. Battle still kicking off for 1st though. Marshall's not managed to use his soft tyres yet to his advantage. Mocking Weeks holding him up on the medium tyres. There is that battling pair behind. Big gaps already then on circuit. So Mocking Weeks leading the way then by half a second over Marshall. Pilgrim into 3rd on those softs. Manny in 4th on the mediums. Softs on board for Apache then, 5.4 seconds back. Bo on the mediums in 6th. Softs on board for Campo in 7th. Got Ricky J on the mediums in 8th. Tyre Slayer softs in 9th. Oh my god, Obi-Wan, where are you going? Mediums on board for you. 2nd back in 10th. Oh, Coffin Dodger, a little bit of glitching going on. He's ended up off circuit. Captain Pugwash should get the move on him, should he? Should carry more speed. Should, unfortunately. That puts Coffee Dodger back to the back of the field. Had made up a couple of positions. Oh, look at this. Marshall then going for the lead then. Around turn 3, down towards turn 4. Up the inside then for Marshall, putting those soft tyres to use in the end. Will he blow them out though? Mocking Weeks doing a great job so far. Lap 3 in 2nd position on the mediums. Pilgrim on the softs will slowly close up on Mocking Weeks as well. Top 4, oh, Manny getting a switch on through there. So top 4 then, great big gaps over Apache. 4 seconds down on that soft tyre. Is pulling a little bit of time back on Manny, in fact. Pulling ahead of Bo as well, 3.2 seconds ahead of him. Campo in 7th then, just stuck between Tyre Slayer and Bo at the minute is Campo. Tyre Slayer in 8th then, Obi-Wan 9th. We saw him running off track last lap. Ricky J in 10th. A few drivers opting for the mediums in race 1 then. Nice Chand on the softs. Fudder not too far off the back of him in 12th. Captain Pugwash into that 13th position then, and Coffin Dodger trying to close these gaps back up on the mediums. Top 3 then pretty close together. Oh, Marshall goes a little bit wide through turn 3. Slowed him down. Mocking Weeks is going to carry good speed. I don't know whether he's going to get past him. Tries to go for the cut back up the inside. He just hasn't got the grip to do it. Look how close Pilgrim is now, just half a second behind Mocking. got to get your braking right on the run into here. Having to go slightly defensive, just covering those inside lines through those couple of corners coming out of the corkscrew down towards this final turn. So will we see Pilgrim make a move down towards turn 1? Can he get the power down? Whoa, Marshall doesn't have a great final corner, keeps Mocking Weeks in the fight. Pilgrim all over the back of the pair of them, headed down towards turn 1 then. Weeks now goes slightly defensive, puts his car in the middle of the circuit. Pilgrim tries to run around the outside. Mocking Weeks tries to come back and have a go at Marshall here as well. Great exit from Pilgrim. Oh, I thought about going up the inside into turn 2. Could have ruined both their race though, down into turn 3. Again, nothing in it between them. Not quite out of this fight yet, just only 1.8 seconds back. Now Pilgrim gets a good run out of that turn. Can he get the move done? No. This corner comes up far too quickly. Again, closes up slowly towards the corkscrew, but again, Mocking Weeks just puts his car in that defensive position, stops any kind of move up the inside for Pilgrim. And we go again then for another lap. Marshall leads, Mocking in second, Pilgrim third, Manny in fourth. Apache 5th, he's lost a bit more time to Manny, unfortunately. Bo in 6th still, Obi-Wan all over the back of him in 7th. 8th for Ricky J, Footer in 9th, now under a bit of pressure from Captain Pugwash in 10th. Tyre Slayer I think has been off circuit, as has Campo, or they've got something wrong. Captain Pugwash was in 13th. Coffin Dodgers up a position. Ice Chan now at the back of the pack. Yeah, so maybe there was a bit of coming together between those three. Mocking Weeks must have had a great exit through that final turn. He's managed to get the move done on Marshall, back into the lead of the race then. He's got to try and fend off these drivers on this faster tyre. They are starting to show a bit of wear now, so all might start working in Mocking Weeks' favour. Marshall trying to have a look back though. Again, you can see Mocking Weeks just putting his car right in the middle of that circuit. You want to get past me, you're going to have to go the long way round, he says. Has another little look up the hill, but this is quite a short straight. We see Marshall try and have a go into the corkscrew, runs around the outside. That was contact or a little bit of glitching. Punchy move. Let's get outside of that one. Oh, all coming together. Manny's tucked his way back onto the end of this fight as well. Marshall regains the lead. There, Manny comes out of nowhere to bolt himself onto the back of these three. So Marshall leads, Mocking second. This is where I think he got the good run out. Pilgrim for company, chasing him down the start-finish straight, getting ever closer. Still get a toe off of Marshall, just dips his nose up the inside. Has a think about making the move. And he then, after losing a fair bit of time, the little battle happening between these three has allowed him to catch back up. So 2 drivers on the soft tyre, 2 drivers on the medium tyre as Pilgrim tries to go up the inside of Mocking Weeks. Has he got it done? I think he has. Oh, he's dipped a wheel on that curb though. Has lifted the car off the ground. Mocking Weeks is looking to come back past. Manny's now trying to get around the outside on his mediums. And that's all worked out in favour for Marshall. He's now got 1.4 seconds up the road with the battle happening behind. Apache's actually making some time up. So now only 3.7 seconds behind those three. You can see them just dropping over the hill there. There is Obi-Wan risking it for a biscuit. He's got himself past Bo now. Bo, oh, he has done exactly the same thing. He's dipped a wheel on that sand coming around that corner. And around he goes. And unfortunately now he's just got to try and stay out of the way. Those positions. Oh, and then gets the power down a little bit too early, lights it up, and tries to go backwards on him again. So he just gets himself back out on track in front of Ice Chand and Coffin Dodger. So yeah, a bit of a mistake there. So Marshall still leads. That gap from 1.4 has diminished back down to a second. So I think the tyre wear just starting to kick in then for the soft tyre drivers. Nearly 11 minutes in. There is race leader Marshall, then 1.3 seconds up the road. He gets a swap on through there as well, just kicks that rear tyre on the curb. That brings Mocking Weeks back into tow range. Pilgrim still bolting onto his rear end. Here they go again then. Oh, Mocking's got it wrong. Mocking's got it wrong. Oh, great bit of avoiding action from Manny, but Mocking Weeks backwards. Apache goes past him. Obi might have managed to make his way past him. He gets that thing pointed in a straight again. He's still in 6th. I think he's got it. Oh no, Obi-Wan has got past. Little mistakes then. Marshall now 1.2 seconds lead from Pilgrim. Pilgrim 1.2 seconds lead over Manny. Apache moves up into 4th then. Obi-Wan moves into 5th. Mocking Weeks gets himself pointing in the right direction. Back on track in 6th. 12 minutes into first race. 12 seconds behind race leader. That's going to be a tall order. Ricky J in 7th. Captain Pugwash up into 8th. He's under pressure from Tyre Slayer at the minute though. Both drivers on that soft tyre. Campo not too far off the back of them either. Soft tyre on board for that man. Oh, a little bit wide through there. Oh, catch Bo going wide as well. Oh, he gathers it up though. Nearly ends up with that thing backwards through that final corner. In 11th then for Bo. Was looking a little bit loose on the mediums. Ice Chand into 12th. For the Engineering in 13th and the Coffin Dodger in 14th. Does look like you've got a bit of a glitch on Coffin Dodger. Marshall still leads then. Pilgrim closing the gap slowly. Manny not quite out of it yet either, just a second back. You'll want the top two to get back involved in a bit of a fight, please. So Apache in 4th and 3.7 seconds behind the top 3. Mocking Weeks, what's happened to... oh no. Obi-Wan's made a great big mistake. He's dropped himself all the way down to 10th. So Mocking Weeks moves up into 5th position then, but he's got a great big 7.2 second gap between himself and 4th place Apache. So he might just have to settle for 5th in this race. We'll see though. Ricky J then in 6th, Tyre Slayer 7th, Captain Pugwash 8th. Campo 9th, there is Obi in 10th, Ice Chand 11th, Bo in 12th, Footer 13th, Coffin Dodger 14th. Mistake from Pilgrim allowed Manny to have a little look down towards turn 2. Oh, I was just about to say, look at the tyre wear on Pilgrim's car. That front right, absolutely screaming. It's just allowed Manny on those mediums to get past him. Marshall's tyres as well, not looking the best. Just got to keep your eye on those. You're tempted to still carry the same amount of speed as you were in lap 1 and 2, but yeah, we'll just catch you out. Almost there, look. So Manny actually pulling a little bit of time on Pilgrim with those worn out softs. He's really pushed them in the second half of this race. Apache then in 4th, just 2.3 seconds behind him. Mocking Weeks is closing back up again. Still 12 seconds behind race leader though. That time hasn't come down, but the time between himself and Apache and the time between himself and Pilgrim certainly has. Ricky J being closed up by Tyre Slayer slowly. Can the sheep stay in that position for the rest of the race? Captain Pugwash then in 8th. Campo not too far off the back of him. I wonder how many Cornish pasties he's had tonight. One too many just before that corner by the look of it. Obi again, a long way down, 7.4 seconds off of Campo. Only 4 minutes remaining of the first race here. Bo and Ice Chand having a little battle. Oh, Bo goes wide, gets himself back on track. Ice Chand does the right thing, backs off, gives him that position back. Tiny little bit of contact between the two, but it does look like Bo's giving him the space around there. Unfortunately, he's left the door wide open. That's allowed Footer to come through as well. He's got himself tucked onto the rear end of Ice Chand then on those medium tyres. Bo in 13th, Coffee Dodger 14th. Oh, runs himself a little bit wide through there. Doesn't get it wrong though, keeps it pointing in the right direction. So Marshall starting to struggle on those tyres at the end of this race then. Manny just 0.7 of a second behind him. All change for race 2. Everybody's got to swap onto the other tyre, so whatever benefits you gained or lost in this round, you'll gain or lose in the next round. The opposite way around. Pilgrim then in 3rd, really under pressure then. Apache just 1.2 seconds behind him now. Mocking Weeks pulled another 2nd in, 5 seconds back from Apache, but 2.5 minutes left of the race. It's going to be a mistake that allows him to make up any more positions. That could happen. Oof, that could happen, he says, as Pilgrim slides it into the corkscrew. Gets Apache filling his rear view mirror now. Turn 10, a little bit wide as well there for Pilgrim, down towards turn 11. Tyre wear looking slightly better on Apache's car than it is on Pilgrim's. Not able to close the gap. So they are going to see another lap after this one. Just got to try and hang on to it with these worn out tyres. Just not able to catch those apexes. Marshall's still under threat here as well. And he closes up through turn 4, heading up the hill then. Still in tow range. He's got to make these mediums grip somewhere. Marshall's gone wide. Manny into the lead of the race then on those medium tyres. A lap and a half to go. Great exit through there. Marshall able to take a slightly tighter line, but it's not helped him out any. 0.9 of a second back, slowly. Oh, he's dipped weird on the sand through there as well. Keeps it on track, but loses a little bit more time to Manny in front. Pilgrim in 3rd, still under pressure from Apache. Mocking Weeks is right on the back of these two now, 2.6 seconds. It could all come together for him on this final lap. 25 seconds left, so once they've crossed the line, this will become the final lap. Mocking Weeks absolutely stomping the pressure on then at the end of this race. Tyre Slayer into 6th, Ricky J into 7th, Captain Pugwash 8th, Campo in 9th. Obi in 10th, all over the back of him, sweeps up the inside. Takes that position off of Campo. Footer then into 11th, he has finally got his way past Ice Chand. Bo hanging on to it, he's managed to pick himself up half a second penalty. And Coffee Dodger. We've actually got drivers crossing the line, so it is Captain Pugwash that actually takes the first of the positions in 8th. Obi-Wan comes home in 9th, right at the end there. Campo in 10th, Footer in 11th, Bo takes 12th, Ice Chand takes 13th, Coffee Dodger will take 14th, but now in the thick of it with these boys. It is going to be Manny that crosses the line in front of him. Still pulling a little bit of time over Marshall as well. Down towards this final corner. He's driven well actually, Manny. Lost a fair bit of time to those top three. Let them battle it out. Slowly but surely pulled his way back onto the top three. Fought his way through. There it is then, taking the win. Marshall comes home in second. Apache just taking third. Mocking Weeks right behind him in fourth. Took Pilgrim in the end. Pilgrim fifth. Tyre Slayer sixth. Ricky J is going to come home in seventh. I'm just seeing Coffin Dodger come across the line in between all of those top four. Sorry, top five. Even the sheep gets a handbrake. There it is, race one done and dusted. A little bit of a break in between race one and race two, and then we'll crack on another 20 minutes. Again, they have to swap tyres. Anybody on the softs has now got to flip over to the mediums, and anyone on the mediums has now got to go on the softs. So, you know, you might at the start of the race, depending where you are, you know, okay, Mocking, what did he have on? Let's think, race leader. He was on medium, so he'll have the softs on for start, which means he'll get a great start, but he starts from the back of the pack, obviously. He'll get a great start. He needs to push his way through the field as early as he possibly can. There's going to be a few other drivers on those soft tyres as well. And again, you might make your way through the field and, you know, get yourself halfway around the track. But then the tyre wear kicks in and the drivers on those medium tyres will slowly but surely pull you back in, as we saw in race one. Oh, there was a little bit of contact between Tyre Slayer and Obi. But Tyre Slayer, no problem. He waited, so that's all that matters. You know, we don't just want people getting rammed off circuit and people driving off into the distance, because that's not very nice, is it? Don't forget to hit that like button, people. I just saw 7 people watching, but I don't have any likes. Yes, I do. I got one. So 46 we're going to go out then. So you got another 9 minutes of me waffling nonsense. What nonsense can I waffle? Let me waffle some nonsense. Should I waffle that? Coming up tomorrow? It says 8 o'clock there. It's lying. It's 8:30. That's when I'll be live anyway. The lobby opens at 8 o'clock, but I'll be live at 8:30. So hopefully we've got all the lobby settings right for that one. It's been a bit of a tricky one to get right. First week, some drivers didn't turn up. Lobby settings weren't quite right, and then last week I think when we tried it, similar problem. Some of the lobby settings weren't quite right. Some drivers were quicker, and there wasn't many drivers on circuit, and yeah. So hopefully we've got that one all sorted out. That's wasted what, all of about a minute. Waffle, nonsense. Help me out in the chat, people. What do you want to talk about for 8 minutes? Let's talk about Mocking Week's great comeback from spinning off track. Almost getting himself back involved for that top 3. Yeah, so the Mini Martina League tomorrow night, 8:30. Again, fingers crossed we've got that one sorted out this time. curb. That's what Mocking Weeks is saying. That's why he went backwards. Wow. It's a warm one today, people. So 6 minutes until race 2 then. You know what we can do, don't you? Nope, that's not no. Can have a look at official results. There it is then. Manny on that top spot. Managed to keep himself ahead of Marshall in second. Apache in third then. Mocking Weeks in fourth. Pilgrim fifth. Tyre Slayer sixth. Ricky J in seventh. Captain Pugwash in eighth. And a little bit of chaos occurred at the back. Obi-Wan ended up in 9th. Campo 10th. Footer in 11th. Bo in 12th. Ice Chan 13th. Oh, Bo got himself back past Ice Chan, did he? And then Coffin Dodger in 14th. Let's see how they get on in race 2. So it's reverse grid as well, which, you know, never helps really. Everybody's going to be on different tyre compounds. It's going to be a tricky one to navigate for the first lap or two. As the faster drivers from race 1 try and get their way through the crowd, especially if they're running the softer tyre. If you had the medium, or if you had the soft tyre on in race 1, you run the medium tyre now, it's going to be running slower, which makes it even harder to get past some of the drivers on the faster tyre. We'll see how they get on. I think it'll all be very tight and a bit bumpy and a bit bargy until they get to the corkscrew for the first time. Once they get to the corkscrew, they'll either go through there in single file, or they'll try and go through there 5 wide, and there'll be absolute mayhem and chaos. One or the other, I think. Not the easiest place to overtake here at Laguna. Again, a couple of opportunities as you've seen, but it's usually drivers just getting it wrong themselves that gives other drivers the opportunity to sweep past. That's what they should give me. They need to give me helicopter cams. Drone cams that I can control myself. That can't be a big ask, PlayStation. Surely. It can't. The one thing you could fix, I'll tell you, PlayStation, the one thing you could fix about this game is stop having the cameras interact with the scenery. So when it goes past these bridges, for instance, or any of the little light poles or anything, it affects the camera. It pushes the camera back into the track. So if you're looking at the side of a car ragging down a great big long straight, it pushes you in and out as it hits these bloody things, and gives you a crap shot. So yeah, take the cameras, disconnect them from the scenery. Obviously I don't want to go ploughing through the floor, but I don't want the cameras being shoved in and out when I'm trying to look at cars. Thank you very much. Just got to change that 0 to a 1, or the opposite way round. Come on. So a couple of minutes then till race 2. Another 20-minute here at Laguna. Again, reverse grid. Everybody's got to swap those tyres over. Will it all go wrong early on because the drivers, you know, they expect to be able to carry the speed around these turns, and all of a sudden they realise they're on that slower, less grippier tyre, and poof, off you go. Sand pit for you. corkscrew can be a little bit intimidating. It's funny, it's one of the tracks that a lot of people either love or hate, and it is literally because of that corkscrew. Same with Nordschleife. Nordschleife, the big 13-mile track, absolutely brilliant to race on, but a lot of drivers don't like it. Mostly due to the fact that they haven't had the time on there to learn the, what is there, 100 and something corners? I don't know, it's a ridiculous amount. And it's not just about knowing the corners, it's knowing how quick you can take them, obviously. Again, Nordschleife specifically, it takes an awful long time to learn. It's such a big track. I think when I did it, I learnt it in stages, you know, sort of down towards, from across the line down towards foxholes. Just try and get that bit right. And if you don't get that bit right, restart, and then restart, and then restart, and then learn that section. And get that section well and carry on into the next section and fuff that up and then restart and restart and restart. And that's all you can do. Many years behind the wheel trying to get Nordschleife right. As anyone else will tell you, to be quick there, you've got to put the time in. Bathurst as well, or Mount Panorama, depending how you look at it. Same track, but again, it's got the corkscrewy section down the hill. A lot of people really not liking that particular part of the track. Don't like Mount Panorama because of it. Just those bad experiences you have. Race 2 then being thrown into life here then. Minute late actually, Pilgrim. Good job I can waffle for more than I need to. So here we go then, that reverse grid. Coffee Dodger up front, Ice Chand in second, both third, Footer fourth, Campo in fifth, P1RCs, Captain Pugwash in seventh, Ricky J in eighth. Lights are on now then. False start as well, so let's hope everyone gets a good start. It is a great start by everybody. Drivers already looking for positions. Ice Chand already looking to try and make the move up the inside into turn 1. How do they get on? Oh, a little bit of late braking. Footer up the inside of Coffee Dodger as well. He's left the door open. Obi-Wan's managed to get up the side. Who's that? Is that who are you? Oh, it was Bo having a look, but Bo and Captain Pugwash, a little bit of a coming together, tiny bit of contact between those two. Ah, Bo's backwards. He did get sent on that corner. Ice Chand then into the lead, still kicking off. Obi all the way up into second, Pugwash into third. Campo sweeps around the outside of Ricky J for fourth. Ricky J in fifth. Oh, it's a melee running up the hill. Don't even know, there's names and numbers popping up all over the place. No, that's somebody else off track. Who's that? Tyre Slayer who's run himself wide. Again, up towards the corkscrew. I told you it was going to be chaos up until this point. It should all start to filter out a little bit. Ricky J getting that all along. Mocking Weeks up the inside. Pilgrim up the inside. Ricky J gets a nudge and sent off into the gravel, trying to get that thing pointing in the right direction. Gets himself back on in 13th though. Oh, we've lost a driver. Bo's decided to leave us. I think getting sent in turn 2 has been enough to jack this one in. Obi then has managed to get his way past Ice Chand into first on that soft tyre. Ice Chand on the medium. Captain Pugwash on the mediums in third. Campo on the mediums in fourth. Soft on board for Mocking Weeks in fifth. Ooh, Marshall going wide through there. Manny on the softs in sixth. Excuse me. Pilgrim on the mediums in seventh. Footer in eighth on the mediums. Marshall in ninth on those medium tyres. Oh, dipping wheels on the sand through there. Coffin Dodger up into 10th on the soft. Tyre Slayer in 11th. We saw him running off track on the way up towards Corkscrew. Apache in 13th on those mediums. And Ricky J trying to claw his way back to the pack at the minute. Just 0.9 of a second back. Obi then leads. Ice Chand a second behind him. Again, different tyres on, so you'd expect Obi-Wan to pull a little bit of a gap. But as we saw, they hit the second half of the race and those mediums, those softs just start to wear out. Captain Pugwash in third, then Campo under pressure for fourth. Mocking Weeks looking to run around the outside here in turn 11. Gets a good run through there. Already past Campo. Campo not having a great exit out of that final corner. Manny all over the back of him as well, coming down towards turn one. Campo goes defensive. Manny's already under the up the inside of him into turn one. Campo not able to get back on him. Now what tyres Manny on? Also on that soft tyre actually. Both drivers on the medium tyre in race one. 6th, then Pilgrim 7th, Fuller into 8th, Marshall 9th, Coffin Dodger 10th, Tyre Slayer 11th. Still pretty close, these boys at the back here. A few gaps up front. Obi-Wan starting to pull a gap, 2.3 seconds on those softs. Nice Chand in second then. The mediums doing alright at the minute. Captain Pugwash 2.8 seconds behind him, also on that medium tyre. Mocking Weeks all over the back of him now though. Just a half a second back. He's got Manny half a second behind him. Campo not out of this fight yet either on those mediums, and Pilgrim not too far off the back either on the mediums. Weeks gets a great run on Captain Pugwash then all over the back of him, heading along the start-finish straight. Captain Pugwash looks a little bit defensive. Mocking Weeks trying to run around the outside again here. Different tyre compounds on, soft versus the medium tyre. Oh, not quite. A little bit of contact between the two of them. Look at that. That's just allowed Manny to squeeze his way right around the outside of the pair of them. Hasn't been able to use that soft tyre to get past Captain Pugwash due to that little bit of contact. Gets a good exit now. Closes up again down towards turn 4. Goes for the move. Captain Pugwash sees him, gives him plenty of room. Allows him through. Mocking Weeks then needs to get back under the rear wing of Manny then. Doesn't want to lose that toe. Over the back of Manny, running up towards the Corkscrew then, just 0.4 of a second back. Obi-Wan starting to disappear then, 4.6 seconds up the road on those soft tyres. We are pretty much 6 minutes into race 2 here. Nice Chand in second, being closed up by these two drivers on that soft tyre. Nice Chand on the medium. Mocking Weeks in a good position here to go for a move on Manny. Oh, Manny peels over, doesn't want to give him a toe. Again, same tyre on board for Manny and Mocking. Both still closing up. Oh, a little bit deep there for Manny maybe. Still closing up on Ice Chand in front. Feather the throttles around these turns then. Just don't want to get these cars wide and stick these wheels on the sand. Great exit there by Mocking Weeks. He's all over the side of Manny coming into turn 4. Manny's got the inside line though. Mocking just keeps it right there with him. Whoa, almost able to keep it side by side on the exit of that corner. Right behind him though. Oh, Manny gets a swap on. Mocking Weeks just gets past him before he slings it into the side of him. Now he's He's up into third then, on that chase for Ice Chand in front. Manny, does he hang on to that fourth position? He does, able to get that car back up to speed then. Doesn't lose any more positions. Malcolm Weeks, nobody else to battle in front on a soft tyre now, apart from Obi. Needs to get past Ice Chand though. Gap down to 0.7. Manny way off the slipstream, 1.6 seconds behind. Oh, look at this. Ice Chand, no, he can't defend. Puts the hazards on. Allows Mocking Weeks to go through. Did you see that? Did you see when I panned around the camera it all went a bit glitchy? Yeah, that's because of bridges and light poles and stuff. Mocking Weeks into second then. He's got 6.6 second deficit to race leader Obi-Wan. We are 8 minutes into race 2 here. Let's just flick on, have a look at Mocking Weeks' tyres versus Obi-Wan's. Very similar. I think Obi-Wan's looking a little bit better. He's obviously not had to race as hard to overtake people. 6.8 seconds up front then. Can Mocking do anything about that? Ice Chand then in third. Again, it's all going to chop and change when the soft tyres start to wear out. Manny in fourth on those softs. Pilgrim on the mediums in fifth. Pugwash in sixth on the mediums. Seventh for Marshall on the mediums. Footer in eighth on the mediums. Ricky J on the mediums in ninth. He's under pressure from Apache here and Tyre Slayer. Also on the medium tyres. Coffin Dodger in 12th. Unfortunately, Campo's ended up all the way at the back of the field now. We did lose Bo early on. He got sent by Captain Pugwash, I think, in turn 2. There's a little bit of contact between those coming through turn 2. Bo went, oh no, where did you get that, Campo? I didn't see you pick up a penalty there. So yeah, Bo got sent at turn 2, and I think that was enough, and off he went, left the lobby. Easy race for Obi at the minute, 6.7 seconds lead over this man. Again, he's not got a lot behind him really. Manny's another 2.7 seconds down after that mistake. He's got himself past Ice Chand himself though. Now Ice Chand coming under a bit more pressure from Pilgrim here, just 0.6 of a second back. Both drivers on that medium tyre. Then in 6th, Marshall 7th. Closing up on Pugwash, just 1 second behind him, coming up towards the corkscrew. Closes up into the corkscrew, gains 10th on the way in, about a 10th on the way out as well, carrying great speed on the exit. Gets the gap down to 0.6. Oh, now Bowman's left the room. Pugwash then under pressure. Marshall, he gets a bit of a swap on coming out of that final turn. He is tucked into the slipstream, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move on Pugwash here. No way, knocked into turn 1. Closes up a little bit. It's kicking off here then. Apache trying to swap positions with Tyre Slayer. Oh no, sorry, Ricky J. Ricky J fires one up the inside. Oh, he's run himself a little bit wide on the exit. Apache trying to get past him around the outside. Ricky J's got the inside into this corner. Almost 3 wide. Coffin Dodger makes his way past Tyre Slayer. Apache does run his way around the outside of Ricky J. Oh, a little bit of contact between Dodger and Ricky J. Allow Tyre Slayer through, is it? No, Ricky J still got the inside line coming into this turn. Oh, he's had to run it wide though. Tyre Slayer up the inside. Coffin Dodger looking for the move, but maybe not quite close enough on those softs. And then Campo, unfortunately, 34.5 seconds down. Struggling here maybe at Laguna. Again, not a favourite track for a lot of people. What's happened, Obi? Obi's crashed, he stuck it in the wall. There's a great big dent on the front of his car. He's got damage. He's coming under threat for a second as well as Manny gets through. Mocking Weeks then through to race lead. 3.6 second lead as well. Manny into second. Obi in third then with that disastrous corner. Big amount of damage on his car. Repairs itself now. He can get himself back to full speed, but he won't be happy about that at all. Pilgrim then in fourth, just 1.3 seconds behind him now. Nice Chan fifth. Marshall 3.9 seconds down in sixth. Captain Pugwash seventh. Footer leads the next pack then in 8th, Apache behind him in 9th, Tyre Slayer in 10th, Ricky J in 11th, Coffin Dodger still just hanging on to the back of them in 12th, Campo struggling here at Laguna, loses more time, 43 seconds down. So 13 minutes into race 2 here, and Mocking Weeks finds himself in first with a 3.8 second lead. Nice Chan's made another mistake. Marshall and Captain Pugwash go past him. Just getting caught out on the medium tyres, I think, a little. Apache still chasing down Footer Engineering for 8th and 9th here. Tyre Slayer still under a little bit of pressure from Ricky J. Pulled a tiny bit of time from Dodger, but he's not out of the woods yet for Ricky J. Oh, Campo's backwards again, unfortunately. He's got the Andretti hairpin wrong. He's already in 13th. Still got faster cars coming up behind him as well. It does look like he's been doing the right thing and pulling over. Marshall not too far behind him. Mocking Weeks then. Oh, risking it through there. 4.2 seconds lead now. Again, oh man, he's got it wrong through that corner. Fires himself onto the sand again. Just manages to keep it pointing in a straight line. Obi pops back through into second then. And that brings Pilgrim back into this fight. Medium tyres on board for him as well. Marshall past Campo cleanly. Campo the back marker. Whoa! Wheel on the sand there from Marshall, nearly cost him. Nice Chan trying to pull Captain Pugwash back in, just 1.1 seconds behind him at the minute. 5 minutes left of race 2 here. Footer's got it wrong. Apache comes through then. I'm sorry, was Apache already there and Footer's caught him up? Or did they swap round? I can't remember. Ricky J's got it wrong. Coffin Dodgers managed to get past him. Ricky J's binned it somewhere. Coffin Dodger up into 11th then. Campo still rolling around in 13th. Sticking with it. Look at this. It's all working out for Mocking Weeks. Nearly 16 minutes in. He's got 5.2 seconds lead. Soft tyres, but they are starting to wear out on that right hand side. Obi has absolutely whispered his tyres. That front right, hardly anywhere on that compared to the other drivers. If we just flick forward to Mocking Weeks and have a look at his front right, bam, big chunk of extra wear on that one. So we should start seeing Obi possibly take a little bit of time out of Mocking. They've all got to be a little bit careful on some of these corners. That sand just waiting to drag them in. Pilgrim's past Manny then. Again, look at the tyre wear difference. Pilgrim on the mediums. Manny on those softs. Front right blown out again. Marshall on the mediums. Only 4.8 behind Manny. Captain Pugwash falls further back. Closer to Ice Chan. Apache. Sorry, it was Campo behind him. Apache then 9.2 seconds back from Ice Chand. Tyre Slayer up into 2.8 seconds. Fuller in 10th. Coffin Dodger still 11th. Ricky J 19 seconds behind him, unfortunately. And Campo another minute behind Ricky J. So Mockin still stomping laps around here. All been 128s except lap 10 or lap 4. Obi then 4.6 seconds behind him. 2.5 minutes left of race 2. All to play for then. Pilgrim just 1.7 seconds behind Obi. Not out of the woods yet from Manny. He's only 1.2 back again. Tiny little mistake could cost you those positions. We've seen it happen often enough tonight already. Marshall 4.5 back in 5th on those mediums. But it's not looking like Obi-Wan can pull the time down at the minute. Still 5-second gap between Mockin and Obi. We are at that 18-minute mark. 1.5. Sorry, we're going to have 2 laps. Maybe not Campo. Mockin pulls another 10th over Obi. Not going to be able to close the gap up, I don't think. He's keeping himself out of danger of Pilgrim. Pilgrim's doing the same thing, keeping himself out of danger of Manny. Let's see what other battles are happening on track. Captain Pugwash and Ice Chan still battling it out for 6th and 7th here. Medium versus medium tyre, but Captain Pugwash's medium's looking really good compared to Ice Chan's. Apache in 8th. A bit of a lonely race at the minute. He's got 8 seconds in front of Ice Chan, 3.2 back to this man Tyre Slayer. Fuller's another 5.2 seconds back for him. Coffin Dodger another 2.2 back. Ricky J's fallen a little bit further back, so 21 seconds behind Coffin Dodger. And Campo still that minute down. Mockin Weeks loses a second. That tyre wear really starting to kick in now. Obi starting to struggle a little bit. That's allowing Pilgrim to come back at him. Gap down to less than a second between 2nd and 3rd place. Weeks has just got to put a clean lap in here. He's got enough space between himself and Obi that as long as he keeps it on the grey stuff, he should be on for race win here in race 2. Oof. Those are the corners it doesn't like. Into turn 4 then, still with 4.5 seconds lead from Obi. He's just keeping himself ahead of Pilgrim. Oh, we have already got drivers cross the line then. So Tyre Slayer has come across the line, takes 9th. Footer takes 10th. Coffin Dodger takes 11th. Ricky J is somewhere for 12th. Campo's already crossed the line for 13th. And we just wait for the top few drivers to cross the line then. Mockin Weeks through the corkscrew cleanly. Obi-Wan holding his own. Manny holding his own. Pilgrim's got it wrong. Marshall's through into 4th. Pilgrim's just got the corkscrew wrong. And there it is. Mockin Weeks cleanly round that final corner. Peels over to the pit lane. There's a little bit of a weave on the way up to the line and takes the win here in race 2. Obi pushed as hard as he could, but it wasn't to be. A little bit of a crash, ends up in 2nd. Manny comes home in 3rd. Marshall's going to take 4th on that final lap. Pilgrim will take 5th. I told you it's going to take mistakes for positions to change, didn't I? Captain Pugwash holds on to 6th then. Ice Chan wasn't able to get past him, so stays in 7th. And Apache is going to come home and take that final position of 8th here tonight then. Again, Tyre Slayer's already taken 9th, Fuller 10th. Coffin Dodger in 11th, Ricky J 12th, and Campo 13th. Apache's not even made it to the line. There he is, reversed across. There it is, round 4 done and dusted. Mockin Weeks taking the win in race 2. Tried hard in race 1, but unfortunately made a little mistake. Did mock in, but he takes the win in race 2 here. Obi takes 2nd, Manny takes 3rd, Marshall comes home in 4th, Pilgrim 5th, Captain Pugwash in 6th, Ice Chand 7th, Apache takes 8th, Tire Slayer 9th, Footer takes 10th, Coffin Dodger takes 11th, Ricky J 12th, Campo in 13th, and again unfortunately Bo got a little bit of a tap off of, I think it was Captain Pugwash coming into turn 2 on lap 1, ended up all the way on the sand, and I just think as he was trying to come back on track, the car didn't like it, was spinning him round, and he just went, you know what, nope, just a great big nope on that one, so he left. Oh well, it is what it is. Again, that's sim racing unfortunately, but it would have ruined his race regardless, I don't think. It was a long way down from everybody else by the time he did get it back on track, so unfortunately for him, that's race 2 in the bin for him. I don't think he got great points in race 1 either, but we'll see when the scores come out next week. But that's going to be it from me tonight, people. I am back again tomorrow night at 8:30 for the start of, hopefully, you can't see me, but I've got my fingers crossed here, hopefully a good start to the new Mini Martini League from the DK10 sim racing community. But outside of that, I'm back next week for the final round of the GTTCC. That's 9 o'clock on Friday night, and then back same time, same place next week for the next round of this, round 5 of the P1RCs Renault Megane Trophy League. So yeah, Mondays, Fridays and Sundays at the minute. Fridays has only got one more race, but yeah, that's what we've got coming up. Check it out, 9 o'clock on Friday, 9 o'clock on Sunday, and 8:30 on Monday. That is it from me, people. So I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. But most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.